Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, and welcome to a new month. It is July 1st, 2023. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you are ready for summertime fun, because here on DSPGaming, that's exactly what you're going to get. How is everyone? I hope that the weekend is going well for you, and I hope that you're ready for a good React day, because today is indeed Saturday, which means it is time for DSP Reacts. Weekly show, DSP versus the Internet, the show where I react to clips that all the channel members have submitted. Obviously, that's always a mixed bag, and it's a wild card. We don't know what to expect. We'll see what happens there. Tonight it is Diablo 4 continuing on, and we got a new background for the month, everyone. As you see, I've mixed things up once again, and I hope that you guys are ready for summertime antics, because July will be an interesting month, to say the least. Continuing playthroughs. Obvious, Street Fighter 6 coverage will continue over the month of July. But in addition to that, there will be multiple special events this month, including tomorrow's big digital summer party, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. And also later on this month, there will be a special Machinima-related event where I'll be watching a documentary about their downfall, as well as relaying tons of my own personal stories, even showing merchandise and other things that I've had in the over 6 years that I was a partner with them. Hopefully, to reveal and talk about a lot of stuff on the internet about that company that a lot of people don't know about and or didn't know the full story of. So, not only are we going to have great gameplay, but we're going to have some good variety as well this month. Of course, I'll continue on with all the RPGs I'm currently playing, hopefully finishing both Zelda and Diablo within the next 1 to 2 weeks so that we can free up some streams for other stuff, including maybe some horror games and or other variety, maybe World Tour of Street Fighter 6, which I've wanted to do for the ages. But also on top of all of that, continuing with Final Fantasy 16. So, good variety coming up in the month of July. How is everyone? Are you good? What's going on? I don't know. Does everything change in July because now June is over? It seemed like June was a very dramatic month for a lot of people. I really stayed out of it. I really did. So many people were up in arms about stuff, left, right, up, and down. You had Supreme Court rulings yesterday that everyone freaked out about in the United States. Everyone was going crazy about it. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe this and that and this. You know what? I'm very happy that I don't get myself wrapped up in that stuff. That here on DSP Gaming, we're all about fun and interaction and the gaming. That's what it's about, right? Not involving ourselves in all the politics, not involving ourselves in all the drama, being able to unplug from all of that and come over here and just enjoy each other's company. That's what it's all about. I see so much of that drama and everyone at each other's throats everywhere else. Thank God we could just be here and be ourselves, right? So, very good. And I'm happy for a new month, feeling a little bit more refreshed. Last month was kind of a month that was uncertain. We didn't know what was going to happen with Street Fighter 6 and the like. Now I think we know Street Fighter 6 is here to stay, which is great. But of course, being able to finish up and move on from the stuff that I was doing all last month and do new stuff this month will be great. I'm looking forward to new games. The thing is, we got to get through the games that I'm kind of stuck in, right? So, let's talk. Where do we begin? Because I really have kind of like two things to talk about today. Let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about what happened with Street Fighter 6, because I've been tracking my progress in this game over the course of June, obviously. Now I've been playing the game for almost exactly a month. And as you know, I'm on my journey to 1,000 wins. Like, I'm trying to figure out when I will get my 1,000th win and who will it be with. And it's kind of this epic thing. And yesterday, I said I wanted to use a new character. Now, I've told you guys I don't want to use too many new characters too often. At most, I would maybe pick a new character like once a week in an attempt to learn all the cast and everything and do better. So yesterday was Street Fighter Friday, and I said, oh, let's pick a new character, let's see. And I decided I was going to pick Ryu. Okay, now Ryu, I used a little bit in the betas last year, but I had not used in the full game at all. So, I went online and I watched like 2 hours of videos of Ryu, and I learned a lot of the dash cancel combos and strategies with him, which was good because I definitely applied that to my gameplay yesterday. But what I didn't know was the fundamentals. When you're picking Ryu and you're going to face off against a particular other fighter, well, in this case, what's the good strategy to use against them? Because, for example, sometimes standing medium kicks really good, but with other fighters, standing medium kicks really bad and gets stuffed by their abilities. So you need to know situationally what's good against this person and what's not good. What's the strategy here? What's the strategy there? Sometimes if you're playing against a character that doesn't have a fireball, you can get away with some more. If they have fireballs, now it's a different like a fighting against Guile, completely different than fighting against anyone else with Ryu, because Guile can out fireball you, so now your fireballs are essentially worthless, right? So that's what I mean. That's the situational knowledge that you need by playing the game, okay? So let's talk about what happened yesterday. On my first stream, I picked Ryu. I go into the guide, I learn the basics, fundamentals, go into combo trials, and I'm doing a lot of the combos because I've already kind of watched videos of the combos, so I kind of understand how they work. So I'm doing some of the combos, I'm like, all right, cool. And I went to training mode, practiced a little bit, actually practiced some of the bigger combos that I've seen in videos. All right, cool. Let's go online. Now, I don't want to jump right into ranked, let's do a little bit of casual play. So I played casual play for about a half an hour, 10 win streak. Some of the matches were close, but literally 10 win streak. And I'm like, wow. So I played with Ryu for an hour, and I'm pretty much dominating. I played a little bit more, and then I said, okay, let's go to ranked. So we go to ranked, and I get into my placement matches, right? And the first two matches, I just get steamrolled. Like, someone is dominating me because apparently they're higher level, they know the matchup, they're just kicking my ass. I'm like, well, I didn't know what was going to happen. Got owned. Next two matches, I narrowly win. Then I think I won a match, lost a match, won a match, lost a match. So basically it's back and forth. Now, some of these matches were quite close, but they were good matches. Keep in mind, again, I didn't really know anything about the fundamentals of neutral with Ryu. All I knew were combos. So I'm doing basic stuff, and if I get a combo, great, right? I get lucky. So I finally finished my ranked matches, or my ranked placement matches, all 10, and it says, you're diamond. And I said, what? How could I possibly be ranked diamond, one level below master, the highest level you can get in the game? I don't even know basic stuff with Ryu. I know a few advanced combos and some fundamentals from old school Street Fighter, but I don't know anything about how to play this guy from mid-screen. I don't know what beats what. I don't even know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to begin with this character. How am I diamond ranked? Just because I won 5 of my 10 placement matches, that doesn't make any sense. So what ended up happening was, they threw me to the wolves. Literally, they're like, ha ha ha, take this, and threw me into the lion's den with no defense. Again, this I talked about this yesterday. This would be the equivalent of, so it's your first day playing a new character. You decide to enter a tournament with that character. A tournament, a competitive tournament where everyone else is practicing, knows the ins and outs of their character, and will be playing at high level, and it's the first time you've ever even selected a character, you're in a tournament now. What? Like, why would you do that? No, you should practice first, right? So, I didn't know, I was like, what? I did end up playing about an hour and a half to 2 hours of ranked on that first stream, and I lost like 80% of the time because I don't know the fundamentals. Every time that someone mixed me up, I didn't know what to do to stop the mix-up. When I got to the corner, I don't know what Ryu's tools are yet to get out of the corner. Now, as I started to play, I started to realize He does have some good things. You know, his overdrive Shoryuken is completely invincible. Also, if they're jumping above you, if you hit back and fierce punch, he does a uppercut that goes like straight up like this, that can knock a person from above you. So, you know, as I played, I started to learn a little more. But that's the thing. I had to take a bunch of losses just to learn basic fundamentals that I should have been learning earlier on before they decided to throw me to the wolves, essentially. So, you know, I did my absolute best. And I get some wins? I actually did. I found it funny that I was actually beating some 5-star platinum and diamond ranked players with a character I literally didn't know what I was doing with. But I did. And I think, if anything, that just is a testament that in Street Fighter 6, if you have essentials from previous fighting games, like fundamentals, you can still get wins. Not that you're going to win consistently, but you can still squeak out wins against people who have mastered this game simply because the fundamentals are still key in this game, which is great. That's one of the things I like about the game, is you can play it different ways, and you can play it completely modern with running with combos and mix-ups and patterns, or you can try to play it solid with fundamentals, and you could still hang somewhat, right? So that was the first stream. And by the end of the first stream, I think people were looking at my win-loss record, and it was like 15 wins, 40 losses, something abysmally bad like that, right? And I'm like, what are you going to do? Let's continue. So on the late stream last night, Friday Night Fights, I said, you know what? I'm not going to give up on Ryu. I'm going to continue because I want to learn this character. Like, I feel like I would have wasted 3 hours today if I didn't go back and reapply myself. So I went to casual play, and I played casual play for about a little bit over another hour, and I got tons of wins. I didn't win every match, because the thing with casual play is you can play anyone of any rank. So anyone I played that was like gold, I beat. But if I played like platinum, and it didn't really matter if they were 1-star platinum or 5-star platinum, it was kind of like all over the place. These people are various skill levels. Some I won, some I lost, right? So the good thing was I was actually learning fundamentals. I was, you know, getting my bearings, learning what to do like mid-screen with Ryu. I started realizing every time you knock down, do a meaty fierce punch, or mix it up, but meaty fierce punch is super good. If it hits you, get a giant combo after. I'm learning exactly when and how to dash cancel that's more consistent, because I saw this combo online that I thought was amazing, but when I tried to do it, half the time it was whiffing over their head if they were crouching, and I'm like, well, I want a combo that's consistent, so I'm going to start doing a different one. You see, so basically over the course of like another hour and a half, I'm learning all these fundamentals, and I'm getting better with Ryu. So at the end of the night, had about another 45 minutes, and people are absolutely just like begging me to play ranked, and I'm like, guys, you got to understand something. If I play ranked, I'm going to be facing diamond and 5-star platinum players exclusively. They are going to have played this game for a month with the character they're using, and they're going to kick my ass. Now, I may learn a thing here or there, but I'm going to lose, and there's nothing you can do. You're going to see people are going to mix me up constantly. I'm not going to know what to do with Ryu. You know, there's a difference when I'm using Blanca. I'm comfortable with Blanca. I've played with Blanca more than any character in the game. Situationally, I know how to get out of certain situations. I have options. I know what to do. I can hop. I can up ball. I can, you know, do a, you know, this, that. I know what to do. I don't know what to do with Ryu yet. You know, I'm just learning. So to put me into that situation is a bad idea, but people were like, oh no, do it. All right, whatever. You know what? Go for it. So let's do it. So I go into ranked, and what happens? I lose like 4 sets straight. And it's just like spankings. It's like, you know, a jury that is completely mixing me up high-low, dash canceling across the screen. I get to the corner, another mix-up, done. I'm like, well, all I literally could have done was Hail Mary Shoryuken. That's it. Like, I don't even know what else to do to get out of there. You know, I'm fighting a Kimberly, and the Kimberly's got these tricky things, and she's like baiting me into doing things that look like they may punish, but they don't, and then she punishes me. And I'm like, that's what's going to happen. You're playing people who've been playing this for a month, and they know all these things. I know nothing, right? Finally, at the end of the night, okay, I had 3 really good sets. I had one good set against a Minot, and it went back and forth a bit, but I beat the Minot in the set, and she was diamond-ranked Minot. What it was, I was learning, you know, what was safe, and basically what I'm learning now with Ryu is that anytime you're fighting someone who doesn't have a fireball, okay, mid-range, you want to be constantly keeping the enemy away with fireballs by doing hit strings into fireball, because a lot of people fall for it, or they don't realize how fast the fireball is in this game because it's really fast, and it catches them. You know, and it pushes them back a bit. And they don't get in on you. Like, Minot has to be in your face to be effective. Well, if you keep her mid-range, she's not effective, you see? Then I fought a Jamie and had a really good set where I narrowly beat him once, and he narrowly beat me twice. In fact, the last round pretty much was mine, and then he did an absolute ridiculous Hail Mary drive impact the last second. And in a tournament, this would have been the dumbest thing you could possibly do. But I'm not expecting a guy who's a diamond ranked Jamie to throw out a Hail Mary drive impact, and it worked. And I'm like, well, it is what it is, right? But it was a close set regardless. And then the last set was against a Diamond Blanca player, and I beat him clean 2-0. Now, it's crazy because I went from literally knowing nothing about Ryu besides a couple combos to, by the end of the day, beating Diamond players in sets with my Ryu, even though I have 4 hours of experience under my belt. If anything, I think that's a testament to the fact that, again, if you have fundamentals, you can win. And the fact that I am pretty good at picking things up quickly in fighting games. It's always been one of my things, is that if I see something and I'm playing a little bit, I can usually adapt really fast on the fly and improve my game. But at the same time, overall, it killed my win-loss record yesterday, right? Like, overall, my win-loss record has been very positive, correct? Well, my win-loss record now, basically, very bit negatively affected. Now, hold on, because I forgot to add the picture. Give me a second. Give me, like, 1 minute, because I wanted to show you the picture. I totally forgot to load it into the stream today. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So, keeping track of my first performance, my first try performances in Street Fighter 6. All right. Is this the right one? This might or might not be the right one. That's the right one. As you can see, I have now used 11 of the 18 characters in the game. Ryu is my latest one. And as you can see, counting overall round performance, 147 round wins and 156, is that what this says? Round losses. 56? 66? I can't see it. The red, for some reason, is not standing out for me. I can't even read it. Hold on. 156. Okay. Yes. So, basically, I lost more than I won, all right, when you're counting just rounds, all right? But it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was. I thought that it was way worse than that. What that shows is that I was hanging and I was learning and adapting on the fly, because it wasn't just a steamrolling of losses, but overall the matches I was losing. I was winning rounds, but I was losing overall matches, which sucks, right? But if you actually take a look, that's not nearly as bad as some of the other characters that I had played. I mean, when you take a look at a character like, Minot, I completely got bodied the first time that I tried to pick Minot, right? Same thing with DJ. Oh my God, DJ was just like pathetically bad. So at least it wasn't that bad. And definitely what I can tell you is, after having used Ryu all day, I now feel comfortable picking him and using him in future matches. Even if it doesn't mean I'm going to win the ranked matches all the time, I'm getting better with him. And the more I play, I'm getting better. I don't feel like I got better with DJ or Minot. I just feel like I got spanked. Okay? So there you go. So definitely not my worst performance, but not a positive performance. Now, this is just overall round wins. But now what I want to do is I actually want to break it down for you into matches. Okay? So, when I first started playing with Ryu, before I went to ranked, I had 37 wins and 12 losses. That was the first stream that I did, was 37 wins and 12 losses, because at least 10 of those wins were purely from casual play. Then I went to, I basically went to the ranked. And as soon as I hit ranked, this is where it tanked. We tanked in the ranked. As soon as we went to ranked, I got ranked Diamond 1 star. And then I got 15 wins and 39 losses. All right? So, ended up completely losing poorly when I got to actual ranked. And I got demoted. I started at Diamond 1, and I went all the way down to Platinum 5. And actually, the win-loss ratio of that first session, that first stream, was 28%. 28%. That is the lowest I've had in the entirety of the game, but it's not surprising. Again, I was thrown to the wolves. I wasn't allowed to play matches slowly and learn. I was told, here, just play the high-ranked players now, deal with it. So I lost a million times, you know. 28% is absurdly, pathetically bad. Then, on the late stream, I played ranked again, and when I played ranked again, I had 9 wins and 14 losses with a 39% win-loss ratio. So, casual play, I dominated. 37 wins, 12 losses. I won 3 times more than I lost in casual play. But as soon as I went to the ranked, it was just getting spanked because the ranked put me way too high. And you got people who are playing their absolute best game using high-level strategies, mix-ups, things I've never seen. And I have no idea how to even do basics with Ryu, and I'm getting destroyed. So, overall, if you compare all the play that I did yesterday with Ryu, both, you know, casual play and ranked, I won 48% of the time, with the vast majority of my wins coming in during the casual play. Although, by the end of the night, like I said, by the end of the night with the ranked play, I actually was winning sets against diamond players, which is crazy to think that I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm just basically learning. And I'm winning diamond sets against multiple diamond players. It wasn't like one fluke. It was like I'm definitely winning over and over, which is really cool. So, did I learn something? I did. I absolutely got better with Ryu, and now I'm actually excited to play with him more. I literally, at the end of the night, was like, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get the flow. I want to play more with him. It's just sad that I had to take like a day of licking and beating, you know? I just had to get my ass beat to get there because the game ranked me so high. Now, the weird part about all this is people are like, well, isn't there a way to fix this? I have no clue. You know, when I first started playing Street Fighter 6 online, I think some weird pop-up came up when I first went to ranked, and it asked me, like, how do you want to be judged? I think it was like master, expert, intermediate, rookie. I don't know what it said. I really don't even know what it said. It's a screen. I had no clue what it was. I had no idea it was going to have any bearing on anything. I don't even remember what I picked. I literally have no clue what I picked. But people are saying because of what I picked on day 1, June 2nd, the first day of Street Fighter 6, that this has somehow affected me, and now when I'm playing these characters, they're tossing me to the highest ranks, which is so weird to me. No, really, it's just bizarre. How is it that there's an arbitrary selection on day 1 of a game, you don't even know what it is or how it's going to affect anything, and now you're locked in and you're stuck forever with these rankings? Like, how does that make sense, right? Because people are saying, well, is there a way to change it? How the hell do I know? How the hell do I know if there's a way to change that or not, right? I wouldn't know where it is. What menu would that be in? I don't know. There's 100 fucking menus in Street Fighter 6. So where would it be to say that you want to change the way that you get ranked or whatever? Because honestly, if I'm using a new character, I don't want to be thrown to the wolves. I would love to like, start me at gold 5-star or platinum 1. Let me play against decent players, but learn slowly. That way I can build myself up. I would much rather play 4 or 5 sessions like I did with Blanca. Slowly learn and get better each session, so by the end I am comfortable with that character and I am feeling good about them, and now I can play them at a high level versus, oh, you want to pick a new character, die 5,000 times because you don't know what you're doing, and then really just take so many licks and beatings that your entire body is so swollen you don't feel pain anymore, and now you actually start to learn something. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know. If anyone knows if there is a way in Street Fighter 6 to fix this, because picking new characters, I don't want this to keep happening. But it's like I'm a victim of my own success. Oh, you won half your placement matches, and it just so happens the placement matches were against higher ranked people, so now you're screwed. Now you're diamond. No, I'm not. Right? No, I'm not. So I don't know. Does anyone know? Seriously. Next time I pick a new character, I'd like to fix this. But I don't know how to do it right now. Okay? Anyway, overall, here's my updated performance in Street Fighter 6. 854 wins, 655 losses. Yes, that's right. Yesterday I got over 100 losses because of Ryu. Over 100 new losses. Only like 50 wins. And 57% win-loss rate. So the good news is I'm still in the green or the black. I'm not in the red. But yeah, that negatively affected me in a huge way. A huge way. Like, it really screwed up my records because of the ridiculous amount of losses with Ryu, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. I'll have to keep dealing with it, I guess, moving forward, unless people can figure out a way to fix it, but I don't know if there is a way to fix it. However, I am excited to pick Ryu again. I think that right now, out of all the characters that I've used, I should show you again, taking a look at all the characters that I have experimented with, Blanka obviously is the one I'm right now best with and most comfortable with. I would say Lily, I'd like to play more of. It just seems like you guys don't want to see her that much, because I like the character, and I'd like to play more with her, but you haven't really asked for her. Like, you seem to be asking for everyone else but Lily, so I haven't played her again in a couple of weeks, but I'd be happy to bring her back and try to learn more with her. Zangief, man, I did really good with Zangief when I picked him last time. I don't know why I'm doing so well with him, but I started implementing the dash cancels into my game, and I won a ton. So Zangief, I would say, I think he's going to be in my rotation. Now, I don't know how well I'm going to do with him long term, but I really like the character. I can't wait to play more with him as well. Let's see here. Marisa. Now, here's the thing. Marisa, when I first played with her, I was kicking ass, right? I was. And then what I'm realizing the more I fight against her is that I actually feel like she is way more limited and not as good as I hoped. Like, a lot of her moves are based on hitting a big counter hit and doing big punish style damage, but she's not necessarily the best offensive character, I don't feel. A lot of her offense is based on having super armor and blowing through your opponent's attacks, but that's not necessarily great. Or getting one big punish, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I like that. So overall, I mean, I'm going to play with her more, I feel. But I don't know necessarily if Marisa is going to pan out to be a character that I'm going to do well with in the long term. I'll probably use her again and try to learn more. But for now, I'm kind of apprehensive about it. Like I said, the more I fought against her, I've learned about her shortcomings. I mean, I'll be honest, when I fight Marisa, usually she's like, I'm not scared of her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too worried. I know if I keep doing some low attacks and or I stay away from that mid-range hit where she can counter hit you or hit you with the super armor moves, I'm not worried at all, actually. And a lot of the things that I do seem to tend to counter hit what she's doing, leading to big punish combos, so I'm not too worried about it. So I don't know. Now, Chun-Li I like, but Chun-Li seems to be a very high execution character to the point where I don't know if I'm going to go back and try her seriously. Like, I might use her again, but I don't know if I'll try to use her, like, seriously, only because her dash cancel is a very difficult dash cancel combo. Her dash cancel combo requires you to cancel into a stance and then continue the combo. So there's like an extra input that's actually quite difficult to do, in my opinion, during her combo. And that's why after playing her last week, I was like, yeah, I really don't know if I'm going to really continue on with her. Ryu, I want to use. Ryu, now that I played with him all day yesterday, like I said, by the end of the day, it was clicking with me. I was learning more about the character. I was starting to enjoy the character a lot. And now I'm like, dude, I absolutely want to use Ryu more, okay? Now, characters here that I haven't used in a million years that I might want to go back to, like, I might want to go back to E Honda. E Honda is a character that probably is an interesting build that I like to use, but I need more time with him. I've only used him once ever, and I know what I was doing. Dhalsim. I like Dhalsim in this game. I genuinely enjoy the character, but I need to play more, and I need to tech up, basically. I need to learn more strategies and combos with him. So I might want to study up and maybe use him again at a future date as well. So I would say Blanka, possibly Honda, Lily, Dhalsim, Zangief, and Ryu right now are like the 6 characters I'm liking the best. With the Marisa is on there, but I'm not really sold about using her that much more, okay? Once again, don't worry. Yes, I will be using more characters in the future. Just that I'm not going to do it that often. That way I can focus in on the characters that I am using and hopefully, get better with them, okay? So there you go. When is more Street Fighter 6? Tomorrow, and I'll explain in a moment as I explain about tomorrow's event, okay? All right, so there you go. Thanks for paying attention and listening as my journey through Street Fighter 6 continues this summer. The summer of Street Fighter. Maybe that's what we should call this, the summer of Street Fighter. The first time in a million years we've actually had a significant amount of Street Fighter gameplay, right? Like, holy crap, the summer of Street Fighter. I think I'm going to make a new playlist, by the way. So all of my gameplay of Street Fighter 6 so far has been in one playlist called the Street Fighter 6 Launch Playlist. But now we're a month in. The content I'm putting out now is not going to be the launch content anymore. So I'm almost thinking like Street Fighter 6 July 2023 playlist or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it might just be a whole new playlist so you can see like month 2 how I progressed and how much better I was doing than month 1. Something like that. Anyway, there you go. And now what I like to do is I like to go through the schedule for the rest of the week so you guys know what to expect. I have like one news story I want to talk about today. And then we'll get to shout-outs, and then we'll get to Q&A and everything for the usual schedule for the show. By the way, what do you guys think of the background for July? I want some feedback. By the way, thank you to Brad for a super chat, and as you know, I will shout out the super chat and all contributions at the end of the show. Thank you for that. What do you guys think of the setup? I want to hear it. I want to hear what people's feedback. Fresh setup. I like the Mega Man, says, now guys. I like it. It needs to be more patriotic. So you like the American flag. You like that. That was my wife's idea. Because we were in a store the other day on a day off, and we saw a bunch of, like, 4th of July, Independence Day, patriotic stuff. And she's like, yeah, we should get something like this. And I said, yeah, you know what I could do for the month of July, since Independence Day and everything? I could put that up, and then after that, we could put it somewhere in the house, instead. So, there we go. Excuse me. Put the flag in the right direction? I can't. There's no way I could put the flag sideways because the flag hangs from that strand. You can see it. It doesn't, there's no way to actually hang that flag otherwise. So it has to hang like that. Tape doesn't work. You cannot tape stuff onto the foam. It doesn't stay. I know. Listen, I've had this foam for 9 years. I know what works and what doesn't. The only way to hang something over there is like a push pin into the wall. Make a hole in the freaking wall. That's how it's hanging right now. You can't tape nothing onto this stuff. Yeah. Yes, there's no way to fit this in frame, this picture. The only way I can fit this in frame is to put it on this side again. But even then, it's still going to be hanging off, and it takes up this whole side. It's like, it's either going to be one whole giant side or the whole other giant side. And I already had it on this side months ago. So I said for July, I would put it on this side. So now it looks a little different. So it doesn't look exactly the same as it did, 3 months ago. So there you go. Okay. In general, people seem to like the new setup. I wish I do something a little different every month. I've not had an identical month yet since I started doing this in January. If you look back on every month's videos, every month it's a little different. The artwork's, different configuration, different order, different pairing, and I have other things back there, so I hope that you're enjoying it. One thing I would like, I love this lamp, but I would like to get another one maybe to alternate. I can't point to it. Wait a minute. There we go. I like this lamp. Well, I would like to get another one to alternate, but I don't know. I haven't found any yet. I'm going to look around, see if I can find another lamp similar to the Pac-Man lamp. Something that I could put up there, That'll like be a nice a light feature for the streams or whatever. So, all right, anyway. So, let's talk about the schedule now, my friends. So after today's Level 1 podcast, we swing over to DSP Reacts. That's my sister YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@DSPReact. For my weekly DSP versus the Internet Clips React show. I react to the clips that the channel members have suggested. We have about, I think, 11 clips from Ultra members and I think around 40 clips from Standard members. So about 50 or so clips. Last week, I think we only got through like 30. So we'll see what happens this week. As you know, Ultra member clips are guaranteed to be watched because those are people who are the biggest supporters of the channel. So we watch their clips no matter what. But then the Standard member clips are randomized. I put them into a playlist and I hit shuffle. And we watch them in a random order, so I have no idea what I'm going to watch, what order I'm going to watch it. It's completely, RNG, as they say, random number generator. And we'll see how it goes. All right, so how will that go today? I don't know, but it should be fun. Usually it's a variety of stuff no matter what. Once this stream ends, this podcast, you'll see on screen, it'll say, hey, go over there to DSP Reaction. Just click on there. It'll send you over. And guys, by the way, it would be great if you could support that stream today. Reason being, the last few weeks when I've done my React show, the streams have been pretty dead when it comes to support. Like, nothing happens. Like, I'll get, like tips and stuff beforehand on the podcast. When we head over there, there's, like, no contributions. Now, that channel, I make absolutely nothing on the videos. I want to clarify this. There's no ad revenue to be had on that channel because all those videos get claimed every single week. by other, whoever I'm watching their content, even though you think, well, isn't that a transformative work? Yes. Shouldn't that be protected under fair use? Yes. Is it? No. All the videos get claimed on YouTube and I lose all ad revenue on it. I make nothing on those videos. It's the revenue from the members and the revenue that I make during the live streams that actually makes that channel profitable for me. So if you could support today's DSP versus the internet stream with just a super chat or a membership or a gifted membership, that would be tremendous and would help a lot. At one point that channel was actually doing really well and then it kind of calmed down, but I would like to, build it up slowly if possible. So if you enjoy the React stuff and you're over there today, please support if you can, okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, we will be doing a Diablo 4 stream here on the stream. It's going to be 2 hours of Diablo 4 progress, and we're in Act 4 now. I just got my mount. So we'll probably continue to push forward with the story, see how the story goes, and go from there, okay? Tomorrow is my big marathon event, which has been hyped for many weeks now, DSP's Digital Summer Party, or DSP's DSP for sure. Tomorrow, there will be special festivities, all right? There will be something special that you guys are not expecting. I'm not going to spoil what it is. But on top of that, we're going to do a big variety of stuff. First of all, I bought some bourbon whiskey to drink during the course of the stream. If I get a big contribution, I will take a shot of whiskey. I have not had whiskey in many, 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 many years. I think the last time I drank whiskey was like 2 to 3 years ago. So it's probably going to hit me. You know what I'm saying? So we got that going on. In addition, we're going to do a wide variety of fun things on tomorrow's marathon stream. The first thing that we're going to do is go through the gaming schedule. We're going to look at all the game release dates for the rest of 2023, and I'm going to outline them and write them down, and we're going to determine which games I absolutely should be playing on launch day, what games I maybe will still want to play but hold off a little bit to play, and what games I am not interested in at all and would not fit the format of my kind of content and streams. So, this is going to answer a lot of people's questions about, Phil, what are you playing? When are you playing it? What's your most anticipated game of the year? What are you going to be doing in September? What's going on in December? We're going to do this. It's going to take a while. Last time we did this was 2 marathons ago. This was during the Super Bowl event in February. It was the last time we did this, if you can believe how long ago it was. And it took like 2 hours to get through. Because not only, by the way, is there a lot of interaction. We talk, we bullshit. It's not, ultra serious. We have to do this immediately. We're having conversation, fun. There's shout outs for contributions. It takes a while because it's kind of a fun, interactive, social part of the stream. But at the same time now, we have almost all the game dates for the rest of the year, and there's an insane amount of games to go through for the rest of the year now. So it's going to take a while to get through this, all right? So I hope that you guys will, join me for a fun first segment of going through the game schedule. What else will we be doing? Well, I want to play Street Fighter 6, but the thing is, I'm going to be drinking and everything, so we'll do casual play, all right? I want to play Street Fighter 6, and I also want to use a variety of characters. I'll probably use Zangief, Blanca, maybe I'll bring back Honda just to mess around. You know what I mean? Maybe Chun-Li. I'll pick characters that there's no risk because I want to play casual play. That way I'm not going to destroy my rankings when I'm drinking and stuff. But I want to play some Street Fighter 6 for you guys and mess around. Maybe I'll take requests for characters from you guys, So we'll see, and that'll be fun, right? So that's going to be a fun segment. I don't know how long we'll do that. Maybe it'll be short. Maybe it'll be long if you guys are having fun with it. In addition, I want to do a tier maker. Now, the tier maker I absolutely want to do is I want to do American Fare food. But the thing is, I have to look at tier maker tonight and find good tier makers to do. Because remember, the way tier maker works is someone sets it up previously, and then you just do it live yourself. But I got to see what they got. I want to rank American Fare cuisine. Like, what's better, fried chicken or meatloaf? What about mac and cheese? What about baby back ribs? What about the big juicy hamburger? What about a grilled cheese? These are all American Fare style foods that are very, very synonymous with the United States. But what's the best? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be ranking those kind of foods in the tier maker. And I think that's going to be very fun. Every time that we do something with food, you guys seem to love it, right? So we're going to do some food stuff tomorrow on a tier maker. Now, if we have time and you want to do another tier maker, I was thinking of maybe ranking Street Fighter characters against each other. Because now, Street Fighter 6 has been out for a month. We know all about the new cast members. And I could probably rank all Street Fighter characters against each other. But that could take a while because there's quite a lot of Street Fighter characters. So think about that. I think we'll do the food first. And then after that, we'll determine if we want to do the other one, right? Now, in addition to the schedule, the Street Fighter 6 gameplay, and the tier maker, my wife will be making a series of recipes for... It'd be great if you could see my hand. 4 different recipes. She's going to be making a drink. She's going to be making 2 kinds of food as like an entree. And she's going to be making a dessert all over the course of the day. In fact, I think she might be making the drink ahead of time tonight, so it's ready for tomorrow. I should actually talk to her about that so she doesn't have to do everything tomorrow. But she's very excited. Kat is super duper excited to be a part of this marathon event. She really liked doing the food for the Street Fighter event a month and a half ago. So now she's like super excited to do it for the summertime event. All right. So that's going to be fun. So over the course of the day, I'm going to be taste testing a bunch of food. You could call it a mukbang. You could call it feasting with Phil, whatever you want to call it. But there's going to be several videos of me trying out different kinds of foods over the course of the day. And it's going to be very fun and interesting. And I hope that you guys will join me for that as well. So just think about that. A Level 1 podcast, a gaming schedule update, Street Fighter 6 casual gameplay with a variety of characters, me drinking all day long, a tier maker ranking American fair foods, and a variety of American-style foods that my wife is making over the course of the day that we'll be taste testing. That's a lot of stuff going on the marathon tomorrow, right? It's pretty cool. I'm excited for this. I hope you guys are too. If you can make it, please do. If you can support the stream, that would be amazing. This would be a great day. I guarantee you we're going to have more people on stream tomorrow than we usually do. So it'll be a great day if you wanted to support DSPGaming and, maybe give some memberships or, stuff like that. That would definitely be the day to do it. There's going to be a lot more people here watching and available to accept that kind of stuff, okay? Now, what else is going on for the rest of the week? Well, Monday, we go back to regularly scheduled gaming for 3 straight days. So Monday will be Final Fantasy 16 paired with Zelda, and Zelda, we're starting to head into the end game, okay? Tuesday will be more Street Fighter 6, and likely what I'll do is play a more serious ranked session with a character I'm already decent with and try to rank them up a little bit more. And then Tuesday night will be more Diablo 4. And then Wednesday's up in the air. It could be Final Fantasy or Street Fighter. We'll determine that. And then the same thing Wednesday night could be more Zelda or Diablo. Honestly, I'm probably leaning towards more Zelda because I'd really like to finish the game. And I am getting close to the end. So probably more Zelda Wednesday night. So after tomorrow's marathon, 3 more days of full-time streaming for the second half of the week. And then I'm off on Thursday. And then next week should be another 6-day streaming week where it'll be a balance between either Final Fantasy or Street Fighter on the daytime streams, and then the night streams will be Diablo and Zelda. Of course, Friday is Street Fighter Friday, so Street Fighter all day long this coming Friday. Okay? Now, you might say, well, when are new games coming? Well, we have to finish what I'm playing. So the goal here is to focus in and try to finish Zelda and then Diablo. Once I finish those 2 games, then we can move on to other stuff. What will it be? Well, we could do Amnesia the Bunker, which I've been waiting to do. We could do, excuse me, I burped, that's disgusting. We could do more of the World Tour mode of Street Fighter 6, which has essentially been untouched. I did 1 session of it and never went back because I just haven't had time. Or we could look into other new games coming out because that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're looking at the schedule of new game releases, and maybe we could pick some out from there, right? There's a lot going on that we can now figure out what we want to do once we finish up some of these crazy ongoing playthroughs. So that's going to be the goal for the next couple of weeks, and moving forward with new content for the summer. All right, that's the schedule. I hope that sounds good. I can't wait for tomorrow's marathon. I think tomorrow's marathon is going to be something special and fun. I hope you'll join me for that if you can make it. All right, all righty then. Thank you guys. I have one piece of news I'd like to cover with all of you before we get to shout outs. The news is not good. In fact, I've seen the writing on the wall. I've been talking about this, at this point for months and months. But ever since Elon Musk bought Twitter, it's just been getting worse, sadly. Even though he claims he's improving it, I've seen nothing but this website getting worse and worse and worse. And, from me not being able to even find, important posts or news on there anymore. It used to be like Twitter used to be so easy. All the top topics were always trending for what you were interested in. You could find game news. You could find other news. Anything that was important, you'd find it right away. Now it's almost impossible to find anything. And the whole thing is littered with ads now. Everywhere you go, it's ad, promotion, ad. Fuck this. Half the things I'm looking at are ads now. This thing is a piece of dog shit. It's really bad now. Elon Musk has bought it and ruined the fucking business, in my opinion. It really is. It's a night and day. Like, if you haven't noticed, I don't even post on it anymore. I just gave up. I'm not going to fucking post here. I'm not going to pay to become a premium member just to get my posts seen, because they don't even get seen if you don't pay for it. And then on top of that, it's impossible to find anything on it anymore because it's all just junk that's being pushed to the forefront, all right? So, essentially, I really have not cared that much about Twitter. But every day, I still post up my schedule. I still post up links when I go live on my streams. I'm not going to change doing that. But the thing is, in the last 6 to 8 months, I've started mirroring all of that on my YouTube channels. So if you want to see the schedule, check out DSPGaming's community posts every night, and I post up my schedule there. If you want to know when I'm going live, I post it up on the community post, either on DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts, so you know what's going on. That's what you should do. If you're interested in my content and me and what's going on with me, subscribe to my YouTube channels, DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts, or both. That's the best way to be in the know about what I'm up to. If you are following me on Twitter, I'm going to keep using it, but there's no guarantee you're going to be able to really get anything out of it, and here's why. Get this. This was announced this morning. So people opened Twitter this morning, and they were all getting error messages, and the error message said, data rate exceeded. Data rate exceeded. Cannot read, data, so no one's Twitter was updating. It was just a bunch of error messages. And everyone's asking, well, why is that? Well, Elon Musk posted up about it this morning. Get this. It was intentional because he's instituted new changes. Listen to this one. You're going to love this. To address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we have applied the following temporary limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts in one day. Unverified accounts can only read 600 posts in one day. And if you made a brand new account, you can only read 300 posts in a day. Let me get this straight. I just want to be sure I'm understanding this. Right? Twitter is a social media website where people are supposed to be able to express themselves freely, freedom of speech, post up news articles, post up widespread opinions, information. It's supposed to be a place where humans can have this brain trust of interaction, right? That's the point of Twitter, social media. But you're limiting the amount they can fucking use it in a day. Does anyone see the ginormous amount of hypocrisy here? Freedom of speech, but limiting the amount that you can use it in a day. That would be like saying your favorite website, you can only use it for an hour a day. Then you're kicked off the website until tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? What am I, 4 years old? Are my parents looking over my shoulder, monitoring my internet use to tell me I'm using too much Twitter? Sorry, son, get off the site. What the fuck? Right? And the worst part about it is, guess what it is? It's censorship. It's absolutely 1,000,000% censorship. So if you use the website too much early on in the day, you can't read anything on the site later in the day. You're completely out of the loop on anything going on social media because Elon says you used Twitter too much today. It absolutely is censorship is what it is. It's reversed because you're thinking, well, censorship is you can't say what you want to say. Well, in this case, you can say whatever you want, but no one can fucking see it because they're all limited to using the site. You understand? So, yeah, it is censorship. 1,000,000% it's fucking censorship. This guy is nuts. He's the richest moron I've ever heard of in my fucking life. He has run his business into the ground. And why is he doing it? Do you really think it's because, we need to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation? No, he's doing it because he wants you to become a fucking premium user. He wants you to pay for the little blue check mark and become verified. Then you can read 10 times more posts in a day, right? That's why he's doing it, to make more fucking money. So it's absolutely ridiculous. You can't use social media as much as you want. He's limiting you like a dad or a parent telling you, you used too much today, sonny. Come back tomorrow. You should balance your life and not just be on the internet all day. Well, what the fuck? What if Twitter is something you use for your job or your business? Fuck you. Oh, okay. No, Elon, how about this? Fuck you, you fucking idiot. Really? I can't believe this guy is so rich and so stupid, but people keep giving this guy money. He's an asshole. He doesn't care about his site. He just cares about fucking people paying for the blue check mark because he paid too much for the business and he has no way to make his money back. He fucked himself because he's a moron. He's so busy running into the business with a sink in and saying, let that sink in. Yeah, it did sink in. It's now sunken in. You bought the site. You don't know how to run it. You're an idiot. We get it. We've seen the changes over the last 6 to 8 months of how bad the site has gotten. We noticed how bad it is and that you don't know how to run a business. Yet you're the richest guy on the planet. It's pretty interesting, isn't it, how dumb people are to keep giving you their funds when you don't know how to run anything. So, for me, this is just, really stupid. And here's the good news. If you haven't noticed, I have significantly phased out my Twitter use. And I think it was at one point I was using it a lot. And, it was fun. Listen, is it fun to meme about? Is it fun to be part of drama and trolling and stuff? Of course it is. But at this point, it just sucks because it's just become such a fucking bullshit thing that it's not even fun anymore, right? So you tell me I gotta become a premium member to even get my posts seen on fucking Twitter or to even be able to see people's posts on Twitter? Like, are you out of your mind? Fuck you. So I'm done with it. The days of Darkside Phil going viral on Twitter for silly reasons, it's just not going to happen anymore. I just don't care. It's stupid. It doesn't. By the way, as I've told you guys many times over the years, every time that I ever went viral on Twitter, right? The pro Jared tweet, the tweet against the Oscars for the Will Smith slap and stuff like that. Every time that I went viral, guess how much it positively affected me or my content on YouTube? 0. Because that's about how much actual impact social media has. 0. It does nothing. Every time that I went viral, I got 0 additional views. I got 0 additional income. 0 additional benefit. Because it's all bullshit. It's drama. It's fluff. It doesn't add to anything significant whatsoever. No one's going to see me post on Twitter, go viral, and then come check out my YouTube channel of gaming. No one cares. So, fuck Twitter. I'm going to continue to use it the way I have, which is very limited capacity, like I said. Just posting up my schedule. And that's probably about it. You're not going to really see me significantly using Twitter for much else moving forward. I don't see the point. I'm not paying for a blue verified checkmark. It's like I told you guys, when this whole thing was announced last year, that you're going to have to pay for the blue verified checkmark, that everyone was losing their verification, right? I said, well, here, I would do it. I would absolutely, every month, pay for a Twitter blue checkmark if it means that it would benefit me or my business. For example, with YouTube Premium, I'm able to now watch all the videos for DSP versus the internet every week with no ads running, right? I'm able to listen to music in a playlist that I can minimize and listen in the background as I do other things on my phone. I'm able to reward those whose content I like. When I watch their content under YouTube Premium, they get paid ad revenue, even though I'm not watching the ads. So I pay YouTube Premium because I'm getting a lot of use out of it. It's benefiting others whose content I enjoy, and it's benefiting me for my own business as well. Literally, I couldn't tell you a single benefit to me getting the blue check mark. It's fake clout. It means nothing. You know what the blue check mark means? I'm an asshole. I'm a stupid idiot who likes giving money to a guy who's already rich but made a horrible business decision. I get nothing out of this, but I think I'm special because I paid to have a blue icon next to my name. It's moronic. I mean, really. I can't imagine a single reason why you would pay for that besides you're stupid and you think you have clout that you don't. Right? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, I'm not partaking in the bullshit. Like I said, I will continue to post up once a day my schedule. And if there's, when my streams go live, I'll post up over there. But the best way, absolute best way for you to be in the know about what's going on with me, subscribe to DSP Gaming, subscribe to DSP Reacts. I'm posting up the community posts. Anything that I put on Twitter, I mirror right here on the community posts anyway. That's the best way to be in the know about everything with me, all right? Moving forward, that's just, there's no point to the Twitter shit. The Twitter is just a backup and a mirror. If you want to follow me on Twitter, go for it. But, there's no point in me going crazy on there. It's a waste of time, okay? All right. Now let's get to shout-outs, my friends. Put the phone away now. Well, actually, I'm going to need the phone for the React show. Whatever. So, let's do the YouTube side first. On the YouTube side, we start off today with Little Crow, who did a super chat. Thank you very much to Little Crow for the super chat. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. And Brad also did a super chat, a $20 super chat. Wow, let's see what Brad has to say. I won my Street Fighter 6 local. Congratulations. Without dropping a set last night. Wow, awesome. 40 people showed up. I made $130. I knew I had to give some back to my main source of Street Fighter 6 content. Life rocks. Let's keep getting better. Well, Brad, I'm very happy to hear that. Who'd you use? I'm just curious. Who's your main? And I'm curious what kind of opponents you faced in the tournament. You know, sometimes getting an idea for what's out there in the local scenes is actually a good representation of what to expect as a whole. So I'm curious, you know, who were you using and who did you face off against the most, character selection-wise? You gonna tell me in the chat? Please don't. You don't have to super chat again. Just tell me in the chat, tag me in the chat, and let me know what happened at the tournament. I'm curious to hear. But congratulations, having your first big win in Street Fighter 6 is awesome. And I'm sure that's a confidence booster for you, right, moving forward. So, awesome. Okay, now we get the tips. And our first tip actually came in this morning, right before the stream had started. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a $30 tip from Game Checker. So guess what? For the first time, we get to see the Diablo animation. Here it is. Finally, we get to see this awesome Diablo animation for a $30 tip. It's really good. And we don't really get to see it because no one really tips 30 bucks. So thank you to Game Checker for that. I forget that guy's name. That's supposed to be like the angel guy, right? I think we're going to see more of him in the plot coming up in the game, actually. So, all right. So, Game Checker. Tyrail is his name. Tyrail. All right. So, thank you, Game Checker. Let's see what he has to say. He says, it's React today, and that means I tip the full 30 bucks instead of $29.99. Even though my tip message today is going to be about Street Fighter. That was quite the day with Ryu, huh? I haven't watched all of it yet, but I did luckily have enough time to count your wins and losses. Ouch, I saw a comment. One of your videos, you pointed out that unranked Ken you fought during your placement matches got placed in Diamond in the middle of your set. The commenter reasoned this could be that why you got placed in Diamond yourself. You took a game off of a Ken. That Ken. Look at this fucking idiot. You took a win off that Ken, so the system assumed you could beat Diamond players as a result. In my opinion, that would certainly explain it, though. If it's literally that simple, then it's 100% confirmed Street Fighter 6 ranked placement system is terribly designed. I guess you need to make sure not to beat two high-ranked players during your placement matches, but the Ken wasn't even ranked when you beat him that one game, so that's stupid. Exactly. It's not like when I was doing my ranked placements, it's not like, oh my god, I'm playing a Diamond player, let me beat him, and I beat him. I'm like, well, now I know why I'm in Diamond. Like, no one was high-ranked. I think there was a gold, a platinum, that was like mid-level platinum, right? And then everyone else was like new challenger. So how the fuck would you know who you're even facing? And by the way, it's not like I felt like anyone that I played in those placement matches was overly difficult to fight. I thought that they were all around my level, actually. So why the hell are you giving me Diamond? It doesn't make any sense at all. I really do feel like the rank placement's fucked up. I think that they have to fix it. So thank you, Game Checker. So Brad, he says he's a Ken player. He ran into a lot of really smart Kimberly players playing basic Shoto defense, and letting the gimmick rushdown characters hang themselves has been working great. There you go. Ken, man, I would definitely say... I would definitely 100% say Ken has got to be the best character in this game. And I'm not saying because, like, he's dominant, but because he has the most options of anyone. Does he not? He's got all these safe mix-ups and moves. Like, he has so many options in so many situations. And when you have options, I mean, yes, what's going to come down to is now you recognize what's the best thing to do in each situation. But my God, right? Like, hit string after hit string, and they're all safe, and there's all, I could do an overhead. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could mix up into this throw. I could do this. Like, geez. You know, other characters don't have that. He has these crazy options. Yeah, anytime that EX Dragon Punch or OD Dragon Punch, such a great, it's a great reversal. It's a great combo finisher, right? So many options to combo into a super. I don't know. And a lot of safe moves, like, man. Okay, Red Gamer says, I'd argue Guile first, Ken second. Maybe you're right. From what I'm seeing, now that I'm actually starting to face more Guiles, that he seems absolutely ridiculous with the defense. His Sonic Boom is the fastest it's ever been in any game. I've never seen his Sonic Boom come out that fast in any other Street Fighter. So when he's just chucking Sonic Booms constantly, it's like, how do you get around it, right? Brad says he's really fun, flexible, top tier. He's got a lot of flavor. Hope you get to try him and you'll get really creative. We'll see. I think eventually I'll get to every character, really. Like, even some of the characters I know I'm probably not going to like, I'm probably going to end up at least playing them one session anyway, just to say, okay, I played with them. I got a little bit of experience from that side of it. But Ken, I don't know. Maybe I'll like him. Maybe I won't. If he is free-flowing with mix-ups and stuff, I might like him. For example, in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Ken is one of those kind of characters where you can keep a pattern going and constantly do, overhead. 2 different overheads. Kara throw. Mix up into a high-low corner combo. Canceling into super and stuff. He's good like that. He's got that flow down, that rush down flow. So it definitely seems, excuse me, that's kind of what they were going for in Street Fighter 6 as well. Although certainly all his moves are different with different properties and everything. But yes. All right, we shall see. I think I will eventually get to him. We'll have to see. Okay. Let's see here. Excuse me. Snow Carl took me $1. He says, I'd love to know how your DSP React channel you think is doing. Do you think it's sustainable long term? Well, right now it's doing fine. Like, for example, at first it blew up, then it kind of stabilized, and it's been the same for like 2-3 months. So even though it went up and then down, it kind of plateaued, and now we're on that stable level. If the channel stays on the level it's at, it's fine. I'm not putting an exorbitant amount of work into the channel. Once a week I do the React show. Every once in a while I'll throw in a review. Now, for example, tomorrow we're going to have a tier maker video, and we're going to have some DSP Feasting with Phil / mukbang style videos for it. So there'll be some variety for the channel tomorrow that'll add. Later on this month, I'm actually doing a Machinima event. That's going to be me talking about the history of Machinima, reacting to the June the King documentary, and adding in my own stuff as well. That's going to be a lot of content for the month, right? So the way I see it is, it's different kinds of content. Yes, it is a little bit of extra work, but it's okay where it is now. If I can just have it slowly grow. Really, if it just slowly grows, if every month I get 5 new members on that channel, eventually it's going to be decent. And then if we do special events and things, it's good to have a place to do them, as opposed to, everything on DSPGaming. Like tomorrow, the podcast, the schedule update, and the Street Fighter 6 gameplay will be here. But the tier maker and the food videos will be over there. That's great. Now I'm not flooding either channel with too many videos. You see? It's good to have it to split it up, the kind of content. So I'd say overall, it's doing okay. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's okay. And I'm okay with that, but I'm hoping that obviously things will get a little bit better. Maybe later on this year as we get into holidays and stuff, I'll do more themed stuff for the holidays and that'll pick up over there. We'll see, Anyway, so far so good, I'll say. I'm not displeased with how it's going, okay? My nose itches. If you can't tell, my nose is actually itching me bad. Okay. Continuing on, I received a $10 tip from Lady Charisma. Thank you, Lady Charisma. Here's your nice Zelda animation for that one. So we're up to $41 tips now. Lady Charisma says, I'm going to be lurking for today's stream. Me and my fiance, we're going to be watching Money in the Bank, which is in the UK this year. Oh, it's going on right now. We can watch it live because we don't work today. It's amazing how doing simple things with loved ones make things better. Have a great React stream. Thank you very much, Lady Charisma. Well, enjoy the show. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but it's good to hear that I guess they're doing an international show. They didn't used to do international shows too often, so I'm sure it's kind of special to have one that's in the UK, right? Hope you enjoy. Thank you for the support. I received a $1.30 tip. Let's see here. Huh? What? This tip. I received a $1.30 tip. That seems like I should have gotten this 2 years ago. Are you ready to hear this one? Seriously, this sounds like a 2-year outdated message. Are you ready? You're going to get a laugh out of this. Here we go. Get ready for this. Since you didn't hit your members goal for June, I didn't have a members goal for June. I don't have member goals anymore. Anyway, let's continue. What are your plans in order to pick up the record low YouTube side support you've had since you made the switch from Twitch? The switch from Twitch? I made the switch 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. The YouTube side support has increased dramatically since then. And I'm happy with the amount of support I'm getting on YouTube. I don't know. Again, this sounds like a message that would have applied 2 years ago. When I was fresh off of coming off of Twitch to YouTube, and we were doing member goals and I didn't hit them, and the support was much lower on YouTube. That's not happening. Exactly. So is it a time traveler? I don't know. It's a tip that came in 2 years ago, and it's coming in now, 2 years late, maybe? Let me check the date on it. Did it come in? No, it says it came in this morning at 11:53 a.m. It doesn't say 2021 on it. So, I'm a little confused. Let's continue. A whole new suite of rewards for tips and memberships would breathe a lot of fresh air to your streams if you consider reworking the rewards. Again, we don't have member rewards. We abolished them. Earlier this year, people outright told me they didn't want them anymore, that you should just do special events regardless of how many members you have. So we did that for many months now. In fact, if you take a look, the Super Bowl event, the Fight and Feast, the long-form Internet Historian React event, tomorrow's DSP's Digital Summer Party, and the Machinima event. 5 events have nothing to do with member goals. We're just doing them just for fun. Rather than it being based around any kind of support level, I'm just doing it to say thank you to my viewers. I'd rather just do special events than have it based around hitting any support level, because I appreciate all the things you guys do for me, you know? So, I don't know where you're coming from. You seem kind of off base. I don't think you really understand how things work around here. Maybe, again, if you were only watching, my stuff 2 years ago, maybe you would think that this is the case. But, you know, like I told you guys, if we can stay consistent and we don't have any horrible things that happened this year, you know what I mean? Like, as long as no other awful, expensive, terrible things happen to me and my family, and we could stay everything, you know, no horrible things shutting down the channel, you know, I think I'll be all right. As long as we can just stay consistent. Now, of course, obviously, having times when things pick up a bit is awesome. But right now, I seem to be doing okay, you know? So, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, because the last time I said something like this, I fucking got kicked off a Twitch partnership program. And I'm not doing anything at all considered risque. I certainly haven't done anything whatsoever anywhere to rouse anyone up. I'm staying out of all drama, right? Like, I've been just staying here in my lane playing Street Fighter. So I don't want to hear any bullshit. People try, oh, but you did this. Fuck you. I didn't do anything. I'm sitting here. I'm playing Street Fighter, man. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to be involved with anyone's nonsense. So you leave me out. I'm trying to purposefully stay out. Let me tell you, in the month of June, there were multiple parties who, once again, behind the scenes, tried to wrap me up in bullshit. Did I tell you this story? I didn't tell you this story. I'll tell you a brief story because you'll get a good laugh out of this, okay? Stuttering Craig tried to contact me in June. Are you ready for this? Now, keep in mind, I want nothing to do with him or the side-scrollers ever again. I already made this abundantly clear. I'm done with drama. I want nothing to do with any of this. I'm done with it, right? I want nothing to do with any of them. I just want to do my own content for my viewers. He contacts me. He says, I want to do, my viewers told me I should do a challenge set. You and I should play Street Fighter 6 together. And what'll happen is, you'll play it on your channel and I'll play it on mine. And we'll have our own viewers support us during the set. Now, I don't play Street Fighter 6, but if you want to do this, I will practice, and then we'll do this big hype set against each other. I'm not kidding you. He actually sent this request to me. And I'm sitting here, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, this has got to be the dumbest motherfucker I've ever experienced in my life. Have I not said time after time, I want nothing to do with them at all. I'm done with them. I've moved on from drama. I want nothing at all. And I'm reading it, I'm like, just seriously think about this, all right? I'm not a Street Fighter player, first of all, but I have a background in Street Fighter, right? As I told you guys, I was going to dedicate a lot of time to get good at Street Fighter. Craig doesn't even fucking play Street Fighter. Why is he challenging me to a Street Fighter set? What? What are you talking about? Right? It's like, why? Who would want to see this, right? My viewers don't want to see this. Why the hell would anyone on my side care about me beating up Craig in Street Fighter 6? Because you know that's what it's going to be. Me beating the shit out of Craig in Street Fighter 6 because he doesn't play Street Fighter, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, how exactly would this benefit me? You want to know what would happen? My viewers would be like, why are you doing this? Why are you wasting our time? You're beating up a scrub who doesn't know how to play the game. You're wasting everyone's time. There's literally zero benefit. No one wants to see it. No one's going to come out to support me to beat up this guy in Street Fighter. It's a complete one-sided, lopsided thing. Why does Craig want to do it? Because once again, he's trying to capitalize and bank on drama. So he thinks if we did this, right, even if he loses, all my detractors will go to his stream and shower him with super chats and support again. Because it dried up again, right? It dried up. So now how do I milk it again? How do I milk it again, right? So it's absolutely ridiculous. I was just like, what is he talking about? First of all, I outright said to everyone, I want nothing to do with side scrollers. I want nothing to do with anyone. I'm done with drama, right? I said, I am completely of the mentality now. There's absolutely no one out there on the internet that has any kind of honest interest in giving me a fair shake. All they want to do is create drama for personal benefit. That's all it is. They realize that the more drama they stir up, my detractors will literally go throw them money because my detractors are brain dead idiots and will support anyone who says something negative about me, even if it's meaningful or even meant that it's serious or not. Like, literally, I know for a fact there's people who've gone out there and talked shit about me just to have people come throw the money that day. But the people are so dumb, they don't realize that. They're that dumb. I mean, that's the level of intelligence of my detractors. They'll throw money at anyone because they're fucking morons, okay? So it's just crazy. Like, what are you talking about? On what planet would you email me and contact me and say, you're challenging me to a set of Street Fighter, right? You literally put me over the coals for several months. You did several streams on me, shit-talking me, saying I'm an awful person, right? And, you know, deriding me to milk money out of my detractors. You restreamed my streams. You actually had streams titled Monetize the Detractors. Monetize the haters, right? Why the fuck would I play Street Fighter with you? You are officially the dumbest motherfucker I've ever heard of now. I mean, wow, you have to be... There must be a vacuous emptiness in your brain to think that I would do anything with you moving forward. I mean, holy shit, right? Anyway, but that's the point I'm making. That's just one example, by the way. People are still constantly trying to pull me into their vortex of bullshit, okay? And I am just ignoring it all. I'm not going to bite on any of this nonsense. I'm just going to sit here in my lane, making content for you guys, and having absolutely nothing to do with any of it. I want nothing to do with these people. I'm just, you know, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it's fucking Wings or Boogie or Keemstar, Review Tech USA, fucking side scrollers, shit fuckers, you know, whatever the fuck they are. I don't have nothing to do with any of these people. Because there have been a bunch of people trying to involve me in shit. There's been, again, I don't talk about this stuff. After the podcast fell through with Boogie and Wings, 2 other podcasts have offered to have me on their show. One of them was actually quite prominent. And I said, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm done with it, you know. I'm not playing that game anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go. I'm done with it. So, yeah, I maintain my lane. I don't want anyone out there trying to say, oh, Phil did something dramatic. You see what I'm saying? Like 2 years ago on Twitch, people were trying to say shit, but now, you know, I'm far removed from that shit. I'm just sitting here playing Street Fighter. I'm enjoying RPGs. I'm reacting to clips. I'm doing very, very blasé, commonplace stuff. No fucking drama. I'm staying out of it permanently. I'm not doing any of that shit ever again. I apologize again. You know, earlier this year, stupid shit, bad decisions for sure. I'm not going back to that. We're staying here and having good times together. Forever, man. I'm done with that. I'm really done with their bullshit. Like, I want nothing to do with any of them. Alright? So. Alright. Cool. Let's continue on. I got $1. So, yeah, that was a weird blast from the past kind of tip. I don't even know what they were referencing. Snowcrawl tipped me $1. Says, how often do you wash your car? And do you do it at a car wash yourself? Basically when I get a chance. And usually... I'll go to a car wash if I can. No, I don't wash my car myself because Don't really... Well, I mean, technically, I guess I could wash my car in the driveway. But I don't know. You know, we go to a car wash if we go. But the thing is, typically, we get a lot of rain. So typically, the car doesn't need to be washed that much. You just drive it and it washes itself. You know what I'm saying? But sadly, now we haven't had rain in several weeks. So actually, the car does need to be washed. So I got to wash it soon at some point. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So I shouted that out. And okay. We've done everything. If you guys have any questions, you want to tag me in the chat. Do a little bit of Q&A quick before we get set up for the React show. We have a little bit of extra time today. So let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Jade says, I want to say hi. I'm not going to be on DSP Reacts, but you'll see you for Diablo 4. And you see Sonic. Sonic has returned. Vault Boy has returned. I said Fallout Boy. Vault Boy has returned. We got some of the old holdouts coming back now. I might alternate. Maybe I'll bring back, like, the Blanca-chan figure and stuff in the future. It's good to have things to alternate between. But, I mean, we just had a whole month of Street Fighter. I mean, let's lay off the Street Fighter stuff for the July background, right? Cool. Thank you, Jade. Derek, what's going on? He says, today is Canada Day. I'm enjoying a delicious banh mi sandwich. Good for you. Happy Canada Day. I don't know what you're actually celebrating during Canada Day, but I hope you have a good holiday. Cracker Jack says, would I ever have a retro game marathon? Well, that actually was the point. Like, I wanted to do that many months ago, back when we were doing member goals earlier this year. I said, let's do a retro games challenge marathon, and then we didn't hit the goal, so we didn't do it. I would like to do retro games at some point. I really want to beat Ninja Gaiden. I want to beat Ninja Gaiden 1. I feel like I can do it. If I really commit myself to doing it, I feel like I could beat it. But it has to be like a live stream environment where people are cheering me on and everything. You know, last time I tried to do it, I was an offline gamer and I failed miserably. I feel like I could beat it now, but, you know, stuff like that. And I want to play classic Mega Man again. I love the classic Mega Man games. I would love to play those and stuff like that. Will I co-op with Cat on Diablo 4? No. I have not had the Grimace Shake. No. Derek says he might watch some fireworks later. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Mirage says, have the Canadian wildfires affected our air quality? Not as of yet, but we are being told that they may. Here's the good news. We bought the great air filters for the house. So as long as we have the air conditioners pumping and we have the vent, you know, the air system on, it should filter the air and we're not going to be affected. But we have had some really bad times in previous summers with like you know, entire days of soot in the air and yeah, it's gross. It looks yellow and stinks outside. But as of now, no, nothing has affected us yet. Thank you, Willow. Willow likes the new background. I'm glad that you like the variety here. What do I think of the Game Pass price increase? How much is it? A few bucks? Like $2-3? I mean, it's not a big deal to me to have a $2-3 increase. Quite frankly, I think the value was ridiculous to begin with, to be getting as much as you're getting. You're getting Xbox Live, plus you're getting free games every month, you know, and I've made a lot of use out of it. I don't think I made any use out of it in the month of June, but that was like the exception. I'm sure coming up in the fall, there's going to be a bunch of Game Pass. I mean, Starfield alone is going to be worth it, right? So, yeah, it's not a huge deal. It makes sense. If it were going up like $10, I'd be like, oh shit, that's ridiculous. But if it's going like $2-3, I think that's feasible. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Stupid frog in my throat. Okay. Let's see here. Lunch Meat wants me to unban them, but Lunch Meat was being really stupid yesterday, like really, really over the top trollish. I'm very apprehensive about unbanning Lunch Meat because, you know, they were actively trolling. It was a difference between, oh, like, it was a little innocent thing. No, they were actively being a jerk. So I kind of don't feel like I want to unban them yet. And make them sit around for a little bit until they decide that they're going to fucking behave right, you know? Derek, no, this Mortal Kombat shirt my wife bought for me a couple years ago. 2-3 years ago, she bought this from a, you know, clothing store for me. Trigger says the Game Pass increase was bound to happen. The question is, how do you feel about the rumor of Game Pass getting tiers? Rumored there will be 3 tiers. One will actually include Call of Duty. Other tiers will have less games. I guess you have to see. It's interesting. Like right now, there's the ultimate tier, right? That's what, $13 a month, $15 a month. I don't even remember what it is, what I'm paying, but you get great value out of it. I could see some people were like, well, I just want some stuff, but not other stuff. What if you don't want the ultra premium games and you could save a lot of money? Like you save $5 a month by getting rid of the ultra premium games. I want more information on it before I can make a judgment call on that. So, North Scout did a super chat says free lunch meat. He's a good boy. Yeah, he was really being an asshole last night. I don't know. Again, I think I want to let him sit there and think about his actions before I just immediately unban the day after. Derek, thank you. He likes the Punch-Out artwork. So old. I mean, this Punch-Out art, no exaggeration. Oh. 2009. From my very beginning days as a YouTuber. That's how old that is. So it's a 14-year-old picture. Looks beautiful, right? Looks like brand new. Didn't really fade or anything, which is really cool. Yeah. Classic Punch-Out. Very nice. What was my last Game Pass playthrough? Oh, I have to think about that. What games have been on Game Pass, right? Well, I really want to play Amnesia the Bunker, and that's on Game Pass. So probably I might even be doing that this month. But if you mean actively, what's the last Game Pass game? I mean, the whole Oblivion playthrough was Game Pass, right? Look here. So definitely Oblivion. Let's see here. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. That one was Game Pass. Yep. That was 100% Game Pass. And I probably wouldn't have even played that one if it weren't Game Pass. Atomic Heart. I only played 5 parts. The game sucked shit, but I only tried it because it was Game Pass. Hi-Fi Rush. That one I played the entire game, and that was Game Pass. Signalis. That was Game Pass at the time. That's just the name of it. Need for Speed Unbound, too. That was on Game Pass. I didn't keep playing it. So those would be the last 5. Of course, High on Life was December. So there you go. There's like 5 or 6 games right there. That were all Game Pass games. And most of those I probably never would have played. So I said the next one would be Amnesia the Bunker. Probably after that, the next one will be Starfield. So if you add up the money, seriously, if you add up the money, if you're paying $10 to $15 a month, right? So in 1 year, what you're paying, $180. That's what, 3 games? Well, guess how much? I've already played more than that, and I'm gonna play more than that. It's definitely worth it. Plus, you're getting the online play. You're getting the Xbox Live as well. So. Okay. Hold on. Beaver Bother did $1.50 tip says, how long do I have to sit around before you're unbanned? Probably never. Like, you acted like a complete jackass multiple times. You got banned multiple times, unbanned and banned again multiple times. I mean, I can only give so much lenience until I realize that you're more trouble than you're worth, right? Excuse me. I should add a... What is that? Hold on. JDTV says, Divoom Pixu Pixel LED art display. You can play pixel GIFs on there of old arcade games like Street Fighter. What the hell is a Divoom Pixu? A what? Let's take a look. Whoa. Well, there's a lot of them. There's a ridiculous amount of them. Huh. Some of them are more expensive than others. Some of them are cheaper. Like, let's take a look at this one. The Divum Pixu 64 Wi-Fi Pixel Cloud digital frame with the app. So you could use the app to find pictures and put them on the frame. But you also, the app does things like you have the weather and time. You could have seasonal things like they show something for Christmas. That's kind of interesting. Divum Pixu Max. I guess that's a huge one. It's a weird name. Divum Pixu. Alright, I'll have to look into that. If you have a suggestion, like if you have one, or you know a way to get, a place to get it, or whatever, you know, I'd be interested in that. If it's something that I could use and change every month to be in the background, that could be pretty neat, I think. Yeah. Derek, I have no recollection what his name is. Anyone remember is his Doc or something? I don't remember the coach's name. I don't remember. The trainer. He's supposed to be the trainer. The Pixu Max is smaller than the 64, but actually better. What's up, Airhead? How's it going? What do I think of DJ in Street Fighter 6? He is pretty much pure rush down until he spams fireballs, and then he's ridiculous because it's very hard to get around his spamming fireball. But he's very unique, and he plays nothing whatsoever like DJ in any game before. He's like a brand new character. Is he deadly? Yes. I'm not 100% sure how good he is competitively. I've certainly fought some pretty interesting DJs with mix-ups and stuff. It seems, though, he's more effective when you make a mistake. Like, I don't necessarily remember fighting a DJ who completely just mixed me up to the point where I didn't know what to do. It was more like I made a mistake, then he capitalized on a mistake, got a giant punish, right? So, but I don't know. I've only played with him once. I had no idea what I was doing. I failed miserably. Like, now if I play with him, I think I would do better because I know what people are doing. They're standing mid-range and just chugging, the double max out. Then they do dash cancel into a mix-up string, then dash cancel again into a mix-up string. That seems how you play him. Well, when I was playing him, I was trying to play him like Super Turbo. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was getting nothing to work, and I was just getting owned. Yes, JTTV, feel free to email me about this, and I'll look into it. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. All right. Any last second chance, guys? You want to ask me a question? Oh, really? B-Boy Cyclist, he's going to see the new Indiana Jones movie today. It might be terrible, but he's all up for watching it. Harrison Ford doing his thing. Do you like the movie series? What's your favorite? Yeah, no, I like the first three a ton. All three of the original three movies are great. And, you know, I remember I actually went and saw The Last Crusade with my dad in the movie theater. We freaking loved it. Like, to me, when I think of those kind of era of movies, like, those were the classic blockbuster popcorn summertime movies from back in the day. Like, go in there, it's a hot summer day, you go in there, you grab a nice cold soda, big thing of popcorn, you sit down with a loved one. My dad and I love those kind of movies. We love the humor, we love the action. You sit down, you enjoy it, and it's got some witty humor, it's got some intelligent stuff in there, great acting. Like, that's the best, man. That's like nostalgic feelings for me when I think about those movies, you know? And then there was Crystal Skull, which was a piece of dog shit. Because my dad and I liked the Indiana Jones trilogy so much, we didn't see Crystal Skull in theater. I went and bought it on Blu-ray, brought it over to my parents' house, we watched it together, and we fucking hated it so bad. We're like, can't believe they made this fucking movie. It's pathetic. It's so bad. Like, why? You want to sour our thoughts about these nostalgic movies growing up, you know, summertime vibes. You watch this movie, it's like, wow, I want to take a shit on the TV. It's fucking terrible. It's going good, Darth Galbach. Yeah, Harrison Ford, man, he's certainly getting up there in age. 80-something, right? 81? Hoi. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We had a good podcast. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for chilling. I hope that you enjoyed. I think it's time to end the show. I want to say thank you. The great first show of the new month and the summertime vibes. I mean, summer kind of snuck up on me, admittedly. Like, usually I'd be like, oh, it's summertime and everything. It kind of happened in the middle of Street Fighter and everything, so I didn't really notice. so I didn't, celebrate. But now we're fully into the summer vibes, fighting game, the summer of Street Fighter. Create new marathon coming up tomorrow. Good stuff coming up. I want to say thank you all for watching the Level 1 podcast. I always appreciate your viewership, and of course, I appreciate your support. And sorry, I can't compose myself. Anyway, excuse me. Thank you for watching the Level 1 podcast, and I hope you enjoyed the summertime vibes. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for a special edition during the digital summer party, and I hope they will join me all summer long, because here on DSP Gaming, while it's hot outside, we keep things nice and cool with gaming and fun, right? I will thank you all, and I thank you all, and I will see you tomorrow.